and welcome back to the channel here at Coach IELTS Speak. And with English Steer, what we're going to watch today in our video is a mock speaking test that I had with a candidate actually, and this is a live session. And in this session, you will be able to watch a full mock speaking test. And this mock speaking test entails the introduction, part 1, part 2, and also part 3. In addition to that, at the end of the mock speaking test, I go through some feedback with the candidate. And that's where I give him detailed feedback on their grammar, on their vocabulary, on their pronunciation, and also on their fluency. And in addition to that, of course, they will get their band score. And just be sure to watch all the way to the end, because at the end, I will be giving you some additional information on how to build on your vocabulary and get an 8 or better on your vocabulary on your IELTS speaking test. So without further ado, here is our mock speaking test with Huang. Okay, so James, today we'll have a mock speaking test, okay?
Okay.
And of course, we'll begin with the introduction, part 1, and then we'll do part 2, and of course, part 3 discussion. And and then when we're done, I'll give you some feedback, and I'll give you some guidance on where you need to go and what you need to do. I'll also give you an activity that you can do independently that may help you to
as
improve.
known as homework, isn't it?
What's that?
As known as homework activity that I can do independently.
It could be homework. Yeah, okay, it's homework. Okay, so let me go ahead. Let's I'm going to share with you. Let's see. Oh, at the moment, we're not going to be sharing anything. So because for the introduction questions, I only share the part 2 topic with you. Okay, that's the way it'll be on the test. So
yes, I have to test last week.
So only the part 2 topic I'll share with you. Okay,
no problem.
All right. So let's begin, and let's talk about your hometown. Where is your hometown?
Currently, I'm living in Taipei, which is the capital of Taiwan. And in my hometown, there's a lot of beautiful landscape worth to discuss. For example, there's a Keelung River throughout the whole city.
Okay. I'll be taking notes while you're speaking. So, okay. Is that a big city or a small place?
Just like I say, Taipei is the capital of Taiwan, so it's a big city.
Okay.
However, compared to compared to other capital of other countries like Japan or China, Taipei, by contrast, is a small city.
How long have you been living there?
I almost entire life. I live here for over 20 years. So if you are interested to any of the detail of this city, you can ask me.
All right. Now let's move on, and let's talk about sitting down. Where is your favorite place to sit?
Oh, that's interesting, because actually I'm a person who like to stand instead of sit. This is because most of the time I am trying to lose my weight for over 5 years. So the doctor advised me that I should stand more instead of sitting down.
Do you always sit down for a long time?
Uh, yes. I think most of the time I have to sit. It must because I'm working or studying. So, due to the fact that I'm a person who are not good at concentrating, so I have to force myself to sit on my chair for over like 2 or 3 hours.
Hmm. Um, do you feel sleepy when you are sitting down?
Oh, well, yes, if I have sit too long, then it will be um disaster because um my my leg will lose their function, and my brain will become foggy if I sit for over, like, just like I say, 2 or 3 hours, because I can't lose my focus.
Hmm. Okay. Um, when you were a kid, did you usually, or when you were a child, did you usually sit on the floor?
Mm, I would say yes. However, the adults at the moment um, didn't encourage me to sit on the floor because they say it's not clean, and there's a lot of germs or diseases that I can um, infect by the infect by sitting on floor.
Hmm. All right, now let's move on and let's talk about friends. Um, do you have a friend you have known for a long time?
Yes, I do have some friends since I was a elementary school pupil, and those uh, classmates until now are still my friends. Most of them, we are still contacting through the Skype or Messenger, these applications.
Okay. What do you usually do with your friends?
I think I'm a sporty person. So I like to hang out with my friends and ask them out to play basketball or baseball and so on. I really enjoy this time with them, the time with them.
Where do you often meet each other?
Um, I didn't hear that clear for the first word. Could you please
Mm.
repeat that again?
Where, yes, where do you often meet each other?
Oh, mm, I think we usually um, hang out at the park, the river park near my residence, because there is facilities that we can play basketball and baseball game, like I mentioned, and it's really convenient. This place was built by the government.
Mm. Okay, thank you. All right, now I'm going to give you a topic, and you'll have 1 minute to make some notes, and then you'll speak for 2 minutes on this topic. Okay. Um, describe an online video in which you learned something new. All right. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready. Um, I'm going to talk about a online film that I learned something new. It was about a battery replacement tutorial video. And I watched this video on YouTube because my father asked for it. At that moment, my father asked me to watch this video was because he didn't want to spend money to replace his phone. His phone is too his phone was too ancient that is almost not functional. After I uh, invest investigate his phone a little bit, I found it was about his its battery was broken. So I checked online, I checked on YouTube and searched how to fix it. Then I found that um, replacing a battery isn't a tough task. So I just fix it and buy this part from online shops. Then, after all, I fixed it. Then my father and I became more close, and our relationship has been solid after our relationship has been solid than ever before. If
Mm.
I hadn't watched this video, I won't be able to save money for my father, and our relationship wouldn't be solid than before. So I
Okay.
really appreciate the development of technology.
Yeah. Thank you. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So we've been talking about a video, and now I'm going to ask you a few more general questions related to videos. Um, so what kinds of videos are most popular in your country?
Well, I think it depends on person. Although I'm not quite sure about the statistical data, but I would say most of people in Taiwan, most of the people in Taiwan, they we tend to watch like movies, especially thrillers. I would say.
Um, are there many people who watch online videos a lot? They watch a lot of online videos, or are there many people that are always watching online videos?
Um, I think so. And surprisingly, recent year in Taiwan, the internet has been well developed, and there are um, more and more people tend to watch movies and films online instead of go to cinema or like net cafe. So I think many people tend to watch video online instead of offline.
Hmm. Do you think people spend too much time watching the short videos?
Mm, I admitted that watching those short videos are time wasting.
Mm,
However, um, people can still learn a lot of things from those short videos. They can soak up those knowledge and information in a short
mm,
amount of time.
mm,
So that's the reason I don't agree that people spend too much time on watching short videos because it actually have some benefits.
mm. Why are so many young people, they're obsessed with the short videos, the younger people? They like the really short 1 minute, 2 minute videos.
Yes. I well, I think it's again. I think it depends on the content of the video. Um, for example, if the video is about that knowledge or informative content, then I think those youth people won't be obsessed, or they won't be attracted by those videos. By contrast, if these videos are about something like in entertainment, then these young people might be more eye attractive for them.
Mhm. And how about online learning? Are there any advantages to online learning?
I haven't thought about that before because I'm an online user. But if you held my feet to the fire and ask me, I would say, yeah,
Mm,
there are some advantages. For
mm,
example, if the weather is extreme, like there's a typhoon in Taiwan, then most of the people cannot go to work or go to study. But for me, as an online um, lesson taker or online learner, I won't be obstacled by these situations.
mm. Do you think online learning will replace face-to-face learning?
Mm, I don't think so, actually, because face-to-face learning still has their benefits and their unique um, advantages. For example, if a kid or like pupil, they have to be observed by teacher, otherwise they might fool around or hide behind the camera if they are taking those online lessons. By contrast, or in the real physical classroom, teacher can watch them and force them to sit on their chair and listen to the um, content of lesson.
Hmm. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So that's the end of the speaking test. Good job. All right. Very good. All right. So, would you like me to give you your score first, or would you like to see the feedback first?
It's time to face the music, right?
Yes, that was the time to face the music. All right. So, would you, okay, good. That's the way to say it. All right. So, would you like to see your score?
I
Or would you
think
like me
score
to tell me
fine.
your score first, or would you like for us to share the feedback first?
Okay, I think we can go first from uh, feedback.
I think that's the best way to do it because then the score will make more sense to you. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
So I'm going to share the screen with you here. One moment. So this first sentence, we'll go over the grammar together. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
take
In my hometown, there are a lot of beautiful landscape. A better way to say that would be this way. In my hometown, there are many beautiful landscapes. Try that.
blue. In my hometown, there are many beautiful landscapes.
Okay. So can you identify what type of grammar mistake you made there?
You mean the previous sentence, right? Hometown.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, the
plural.
previous one. Your
It's a
sentence.
lot of.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of beautiful, and it's since it's R, so I have to put landscapes there.
Right. The agreement. It needs to agree, right?
Agreement, yes.
Yeah, it needs to be have the agreement. Okay. And this next one, this is like for just to be a little bit more clear. Almost entire life, um, uh, almost entire life, almost over 20 years, almost my entire life spanning over 20 years?
Almost my entire life, spanning over 20 years. Most
Okay.
of the time,
Hmm.
I am trying to lose my weight. I not sure. Is that correct?
Most of the time, no, actually, we're going to make it. Most of the time, I am trying. Use the
Yeah, trying.
gerund, yet the action, trying. Okay.
Mm, yes, trying.
So, yeah, so it's the tense, right? You need to fix the tense there, right?
Yes,
Most of the time, I am trying. Or since you said I am, or you could say I try.
I try. Okay.
I am trying, or I try. All right,
I
either
try
one
to.
is okay. Okay,
Oh, either way.
either
Oh.
way is it's okay. All right. How about this next one? What do you think?
Uh, this one is. I think this part is a little bit fragmented. I have
Yeah,
to see it. It's uh, most of the time. I'm not how to fix it. I have to sit. Oh, it's most of the time I have to sit. It's mostly when I'm working or studying. Oh,
mm,
it's mostly when I'm working or studying. Okay, I can understand this. It's mostly.
okay. Mostly
And
the adverb. Okay.
they most of the time I have to sit. Mostly when I'm working or studying. Can
Yes.
I just skip the it?
Yes. You don't have to. You don't. The pronoun's not necessary. Most of the time, I have to sit. It's well because we put the semicolon. It, you may need to have to say it. So
Oh, semicolon.
you just yeah because of that
Because
semicolon.
in spoken English, I cannot put a semicolon there, right?
Right. So there's a pause. So the
Hmm.
semicolon is a pause in speaking.
Oh, it's a pause.
It's a
Okay.
pause. It's the same as a comma. Comma is a pause. Full
Oh,
stop is like a full stop, a little longer than a pause. Um, when you see the semicolon and the colon, that's the pause like a comma when you're speaking.
oh,
Okay. All right. Here, yes, I do.
I do have some friends since I was in elementary school. Okay, what's the problem here? I did have some friends. No, I do have some friends.
I've had yes, I have had,
Oh, I have had. I do have had some friends.
not do, but I have had. Yes, I have had some friends since I was an elementary school pupil.
Oh,
It's a little
oh,
tricky.
I
Okay.
thought the question was about do I, so I just like reflected and answer, yes, I do.
Well, you're talking about the past, right? And
Ah,
I
okay.
have had.
And I have had some
Yeah.
friends. Yes.
Okay,
Because
so
it
have had, it's correct because it implies an ongoing relationship. Okay. So it's telling it's implying that you still have this relationship from the past until the present. So have had is okay. All right. And
okay.
that's okay. So you talk,
I
so it's saying both past and present. All right.
Yes, I have had some friends since I
Mm,
was an elementary school pupil.
right. Okay. How about this next one here? What do you think? So far, tense, using your tenses has been, you know,
Is completely messed up.
it's not completely messed up, but it it could lead to some confusion. Okay.
Okay. Well, in that next sentence, we are still contacting. We are still contacting each other. Okay. we are still contacting each other via Skype or Messenger.
Right. Through the Skype, we are
It's
still
completely
contacting each
permissible,
other. Okay.
right?
So presently, yes.
I can't use through.
Through, it's
Not sure,
okay.
right?
It's not exactly, I wouldn't prefer it. See, all right. So if you're like speaking with your friends, I think it'd be okay. But when you're speaking to your examiner, you want to be as grammatically correct as possible. Okay.
Via is more formal,
Via is more concise also. Yeah.
concise. I
It's more
see.
concise. Yes.
Okay.
All right. That's through. Not so
Never
concise.
mind. I will keep via. I will learn how to use via.
If you say via, it's not that hard. Via, it's just two syllables. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Via is good. All right. Surprisingly recent year, there's a preposition missing here.
In recent year.
Exactly.
Oh, in recent years.
In recent years. Good. Yes. In recent years.
Oh, I definitely have to fix this. Surprisingly, in recent years, the internet in Taiwan has become more developed.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The internet
That's
in Taiwan.
Yeah. So, your grammar isn't bad. Your grammar is still good. I just wanted to, shed some light on the area that you're making the mistake the most, which is from what we found from this sample is the tense and the preposition. The word choice between through and via, your word choice isn't that is okay. It's not bad. All right. So it's mostly, I would say, the tense and maybe a preposition here and there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So do you have any questions about the grammar? Is that okay?
No.
Our part 2 topic today was describe an online video. Okay. Now, here's the homework or here's the exercise that you can do. Okay. Now, for the 1 minute notes, first you need to create this fill in the blank for the notes. All right. So when and where you watched it, and then we would say, I watched the video in, okay, and then you say the month and the year. Okay. The platform was, and then you say what the platform. Okay. I was at. So these are the notes. So let's fill in the blanks here, okay?
In my version, right?
In your version, yes. Let's fill in the blanks.
I think I didn't address this task. And when
Okay, so what month and year was it?
it was last month. I think I just made it up.
Last month. So just say I watched the video. Just say last month. Let's say last month. All right. The platform was
YouTube.
say YouTube. I was at home, the library.
I was at home. I was in my own accommodation.
Just,
I was
just say you're at home. I think that would be just say I was at home.
I thought IELTS would appreciate that.
I was in my own accommodation. Well, actually, the speaking test, what we're doing is it's testing your ability to have a casual conversation with someone. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's casual. It's not academic. So you don't need to use a lot of academic words. I'll give you some examples of you used some idioms like held my feet to the fire. That's the kind of vocabulary that we want to hear. Okay. The
is that
idioms,
so?
the expressions. Okay. The academic vocabulary, we're testing that in your writing and also in your reading. Okay, that's where you'll find the academic vocabulary. All right, but for the listening and for the speaking, it's we want to know that you understand the expressions and the idioms, that vocabulary. Okay, so I should just say at home. All right. Now, if you're writing, you could say accommodation. You could write it to be.
Accommodation.
In writing, I would, yeah, you could use accommodation. Sure. Um, so the video was on what topic?
was it was about a battery replacement tutorial.
Hmm. Okay. And what did it explain?
Explain how to fix a smartphone.
Okay. All right. While you watched it, I needed to.
Save money for my father because he didn't want to spend money to buy a new one.
Hmm. Okay. That's good. I was curious about. Were you curious about anything in watching this video?
I was curious about if this task was easy or complex.
Okay, good. Easier, complex, good. What you learned?
How to replace a battery of a phone.
Okay, I learned how
To replace a battery.
a phone battery. A phone battery.
Oh, phone battery.
This helped me. How did it help you?
Um, this helped me to fix a phone. Besides, consolidate the relationship between my father and I.
Okay, good. Okay.
Is it accurate to use consolidate here?
Um,
Or I just say
I would say
solid
strengthen.
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 Oh, strengthen.
Yeah. Strengthen the
Because
relationship between my father and I. Just make it stronger because you saved him money. Now the relationship is stronger. Now he really, really likes you because you could save him money.
okay.
All right. All right. So now with all this information that we have with the 1 minute notes and the part two topic itself. All right. Now here is what you can do. You can use your AI or chat GPT. Okay.
Yes.
And you want to give it this prompt here. And that's I'll do this now. So you give it this prompt. And what does the prompt say? It says, give me a sample answer for the part two topic and the 1 minute notes, okay? And then please highlight 5 idioms in the sample answer. Okay, oh, so you're not Chinese. I thought you were Chinese. So you're Taiwanese, right?
Yes.
And that's your first language?
Yes, but Chinese as well. So
Chinese is okay?
yeah,
Okay.
Chinese okay.
Okay. So it'll be simplified, right?
Traditional.
Your traditional Chinese?
Yes.
Uh,
But it's fine.
Simplified's okay. All right. We'll just leave it Chinese. We'll leave it the way it is. All right.
Leave it
Whatever.
Chinese,
So whatever you want to do with the translation, you can write that. All right.
no problem.
Of the idioms and the meaning. Okay. So that's
Okay.
the prompt you want to give your AI. And then just simply, we're going to copy paste the 1 minute notes and the part 2 topic. Okay.
Okay.
And copy that. And then add it to the prompt. Okay.
Okay.
And then it'll do its thing here. All right. So first it's giving us a sample answer. Okay. And then it's highlighting some idioms. Okay. And the idioms are what's going to give you a 7 or better in the vocabulary. Okay. So the more expressions that you use, the higher your vocabulary score will be. Okay. 7 or better.
Okay.
So here is what our AI gave us.
Piece of cake. No. Hey, yes, piece of cake. Kill
Okay,
two birds. Okay, I
all
can
right.
use piece of cake. Piece of cake is easy.
Yes, okay. So here's the sample answer. Read the sample answer and tell me what you think.
Last month, I watched a video on YouTube while I was at home. The video was a battery replacement tutorial for smartphones. I came across it because my father's phone had been acting up and we wouldn't afford to buy a new one. I decided to try fixing it myself, and I was curious to see if it would be a piece of cake or if it would be more complicated than I thought. The video explained the step by step process of replacing the phone's battery, from opening the back cover to safely removing the old battery and installing the new one. I took notes while watching and paused the video at times to make sure I was following correctly. By the end of the tutorial, I learned how to replace a smartphone battery, which saved us a lot of money. This experience also allowed me to kill two birds with one stone. I repaired my father's phone, and at the same time, I strengthened our relationship by doing something useful for him. Not only did I gain a new skill, but it also made me feel really accomplished. I realized that with little effort, some tasks that seem intimidating can be tackled. Overall, watching that video was a great experience. I didn't just learn a practical skill, but I also learned that it is important to think outside the box and not always relying on buying something new when you can fix things yourself. This has made me more confident in handling small repairs, and and I plan to watch more tutorial videos to keep learning. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. So
it's a long
again,
paragraph.
yes,
Oh,
that's a
2 minutes.
good answer. So this is 9, 8 or a 9 for actually you could get a 9 for grammar and for vocabulary. It's high. It's 8 or 9. Okay. Now, depending on your fluency, depending on if you pause a lot when you're speaking or you repeat yourself, if your fluency isn't that good, and also the pronunciation. Okay. If your pronunciation is less 7, but the grammar here and the vocabulary are definitely at an 8 or a 9.
Each
Okay.
pronunciation at 8 or 9.
Your pronunciation's high too. You use some intonation and rhythm when you're speaking. The intonation and the rhythm is what's getting you above a 6. So you definitely could get a 7. Now, I think it'll be dependent upon your examiner if he wants to give you an 8 for your intonation and rhythm. I think you're very close to that because you're using the highs and the lows. You have some sentence stress. You do have some word stress. Okay. So you're able to convey like how you feel about something by using tones rather than having to say, I feel angry right now. You can change your tone of voice.
Of course.
Let's a piece of cake. Let's start with that one. Let's just say, what is something that is very easy for you to do?
To read this paragraph is a piece of cake of me. It's a piece of cake to me. It's
For me.
two for me. Oh, it's
For
a piece of cake for me.
okay. All right. All right. So to accomplish two tasks with a single action, have you ever killed two birds with one stone?
Well, I don't think so. Okay, if I had to say, I would say, well, I am if to practice writing in IELTS, eh, to practice writing for IELTS, I can learn some idioms for IELTS speaking. I
Right.
think that kill two birds with one stone.
Okay, you have the idea. All right, good. How about thinking outside the box? And when's the last?
Well,
Yeah. Do you have? Yeah. Okay. Mm,
okay.
mm.
Um, while while tackling this IELTS speaking questions, I must be I must think outside the box. Otherwise, I would be stuck in this information vortex.
Okay. Very good. That's fine. All right, good. That's good. All right. Step by step is another expression that we use. Is
Yes.
there any other things that is there anything that you had to do which was step by step?
Okay. Everything is about IELTS. I think
Okay.
if one's want to, I'm not sure if it's grammatically correct. If I want to get a higher band for IELTS, I have to step by step. I have to practice this question and materials step by step.
Mm,
In
I
that
have to
case,
practice step by step.
I can reach my goal.
Mm. How about make me feel accomplished?
Make me feel accomplished. Well, I think it's a fancy way to say my father gave me accomplishment, right?
Mm,
Make me feel accomplished. Uh if okay, I have an idea. If I if I wait, I trying to use third conditional. If I had reached band 8 in IELTS, I would
it would make me feel
it would
accomplished.
yeah, it would make me wait, it would make me feel
Ac-
accomplishment. Is that
Accomplished.
it
If
would be make me yes, if I had reached band 8 in IELTS, it would make me feel accomplished.
yes, you can make it a conditional. Say if then. If I reach band 8 in IELTS, then I would feel accomplished.
Then
So you
I
could have,
will feel
yeah. So
oh,
as soon as you say if, always try to put then somewhere in that thought. So then it can be your conditional sentence. Okay. And
and that's
that could be a
advanced.
condition. Yeah. And that's good. That's good
Okay.
for your grammar. Okay.
If I had reached band 8 IELTS, then it
Mm,
will make me feel accomplished.
accomplished. Yes.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, sure. Sure it is. Okay, good. All right. So your pronunciation. Do you have any questions about the idioms that we just went over? Um, you're okay with those? And the pronunciation, your pronunciation is very good. Okay. It's like at an 8. You can get an 8. Okay. The pronunciation. Let's see what else we
Even
have.
if I am taking the test,
Mm,
oh really?
yeah.
Because I'm reading the paragraph. Of course, I can, concentrating on the intonation
No,
or
when your no,
or
your pronunciation was good during the mock test. It didn't change. Your pronunciation hasn't changed. So it's a 7 or an 8. So yeah, I think it would be safe to give you an 8. It would, yeah, that would be okay. to get a 9, you just need to sound more like a native. And I think that can happen with you if you spend time in a native speaking country where you can pick up some of the accent maybe, and then and some of the tones more, whatever English speaking country you're in. And then you'll begin to sound more native like, okay?
Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you start hanging out with your friends and talking to them, you'll pick up how they sound. It'll come naturally, okay? Through immersion.
Right.
All right, it'll just happen. So for some independent study, I always, read the grammar sentences aloud, and you already did that. And then not only that, but find the grammar mistake that you're making. Okay, is it the preposition? Is it the article? All right, and then if you feel that you need to improve in that area, you need to do some exercises in that. You can always look to some grammar book, but I don't think for you it's necessary. I think for you, if you see the more you read aloud the proper grammar, like in the sample answer that ChatGPT gives you, I think your preposition and your tenses and how you use your pronouns, you'll eventually begin to use them properly. Okay.
Can be
You don't need to go back
addressed.
to a grammar book. You just need to practice speaking out loud. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and again, here's using AI at ChatGPT. Okay, we did that up here. So
Yes.
so that's what we have here that you can do. And for the vocabulary, we practiced this just now. You can just write a sentence for the
And read my
expressions, for the idioms. Read your sentences aloud. Okay.
okay.
If you want the practice pronunciation, I do have a file that is 800 sentences, and they're like tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters.
Yeah.
She sells seashells on seashore. Seashore.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we have a little time here, so we could practice a little.
You haven't gave me the band.
Oh, you want your band now? Are you ready for it now?
Eventually.
Eventually? All right. Well, maybe. All right, one moment. All right, one moment. Let's go here. Between the grammar, I think your grammar can be a 7. And then the vocabulary can be a 7. Fluency coherence, 7 or 8. Pronunciation 8. You could get a 7.5.
Really?
7.5. Yeah. See, so what's going to happen? You can get all 7s, which will be a 7. Or what will happen is you'll get 8 in fluency and coherence with an 8 in pronunciation, and then you'll have it sandwiched in between there. You'll have 2 7s, which is your vocabulary and your grammar. So that would give you a 7.5. Or the examiner can give you all 7s, and you'll have a 7. Okay, to get an 8, you need 8s in every category. Okay, so that means you need an 8.
Have to be in every 888 or 7 or 888.
You're right, exactly. Now, if you get two 8s and 2 7s, that's still a 7.5. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I can share my previous test last week with you now. You know
Your previous test.
what was it? I was 5.5.
Well, no way. You got who gave you a 5.5?
I just received this morning.
Are you kidding me? You should get that. You should get that second marked.
I did.
And what did they tell you?
Same. I think it was because I was too nervous.
You
I
must have been
cannot.
very nervous. You must,
Yes.
yeah, you must have did a lot of mistakes. So you dropped two full bands because of you were nervous. You weren't nervous now. You're
Yes, I'm nervous now. I
no, you're
practice
okay now.
all day long. So if you are still available tomorrow, I wish I can have another mock test with you and stress me.
It's just you need confidence is what needs to happen. Yes, it's you're not confident. I think that's why you're so nervous. So I think if you just practice more, yeah, we can do some more practice together. I think that you'll begin to gain more confidence and you'll be able to go into the exam room knowing that your speaking level is high. Okay. And
Just go tell them my English is the best.
and you also need to, to have some mindfulness also. And what I mean by that is when you're feeling nervous, you really need to take your attention away from the nervousness. You need to focus on something else completely. Okay. So the nervousness will eventually go away. All right. I see our life as a stage. And on our stage, it's you, the director, and then you have all these other characters that come up onto your stage. And nervousness is one of those characters. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to tell nervousness to go off stage or to go into the back of your mind somewhere. Okay. The nervousness doesn't go away. It's just not on the stage anymore. Okay.
Yes.
You
Okay.
need by trying focusing on something else and the nervousness, it'll eventually go away. All right. I mean, not completely, of course, but it will not be in the front of your mind. All right. You need to put it somewhere else, store it. And you're the director. You can do that. You're the
Okay.
one that needs to do that. Yes, you need to do that. No one can do that for you. You're the director of your own mind. All right.
Right.
So it's kind of like you're the director and there's the play is happening, the story.
I'm the boss.
You're the boss. Exactly. You tell all the characters what to do and when to do it. That's right. So when you know nervousness is there and you know it, you say, oh, there's nervousness. You need to focus away. Or just think, nervousness, it's time for you to go away for now. It may take a moment or two, but for you to figure it all out, but then eventually it will
go away.
It'll go away. It works actually.
Back the stage. Back the stage.
Yes, backstage. Send it backstage.
Tell him to back off.
Yeah, exactly. Tell it to back off. Nervousness is not your friend either. Believe me, it's not there to be friendly. So this is a document that I'll send you for pronunciation. These are like tongue twisters. Can you say this one?
Next year, the breeded.
Next year, the bearded bear will bear a dear baby in the rear.
Next year, the bearded bear will beard a dear baby in the rear.
Okay.
Wrong. Beer. Yeah, that's
bear.
beer, not beer. That's bear.
That's bear.
Oh, that's
beer.
bear.
Beer is BEER.
Oh, beard. Oh, next year the beard bear will bear a dear baby in the rear.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay, so I'll send this to you and then you can practice these. You make recordings, record yourself, listen to yourself. Can be helpful
and
too.
Mock myself. Ha ha ha, myself.
Make fun of yourself. Yes, you can do that. yeah, you can do that. All right. So if you want to book another lesson like today, yeah, you could either do it at Fiverr, or if you want a more structured program, then you just go to Preply, okay? And you can find me there, all right? So whatever it is you want to do, if you just want to do mock tests, Fiverr is great. We could use Fiverr, all right? So.
All right. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you next time.
Okay, enjoy the rest of the day. See
All
you.
right. I'll send you a report in at Fiverr, and then
Oh, I
everything
see.
that we covered, and I'll also send you a link to this recording. You can re-listen if you like. Okay.
Oh, I will. Thank
All
you.
right. All right.
Uh,
Bye.
sorry.
Yeah.
How to pronounce your name correctly?
Demetrius.
Oh, so what would you prefer I call you? Demetrios.
Demetrius.
Demetrius. Demetrius.
Demetrius.
Okay.
Demetrius.
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
Demetrius.
Okay. Thank you. I'll see you. Bye.
Bye bye.